Hi everyone. This is Vanessa, ACE certified trainer. This is for doing modifications for exercises for at-home users. And the ones I'm going to be modifying today, and I don't have the DVD cover for this one, but I do have access to the on-demand. I paid the subscription for Kathy On Demand, so I have access to all those videos. And so the lower body blast, and I'll be writing all this in the description, that's going to be part of today's modification tutorial. And to the max is going to be a modification also, a list of modifications. So, for the lower body blast, the first exercise, front lunge pickup. Now, it may be Dixie cups, it could be dumbbells, it might be dumbbells. I put a step here because anytime she says a pickup, it's like, okay, she's going to pick it up from the floor and do a movement where there's a lunge, she puts it down, the lunge to pick it up. And so, since I can't get down to the floor, bend that far down, I bring the floor to me. I bring that surface to me, that horizontal surface. And so I'm going to lunge with this front leg, reach for the surface, and then I reach for the surface again. Now, regardless of if I have a weight or not, and you probably see a pair of 3-pound dumbbells in the background, you can do this using the 14-inch step. You can dismantle this 6-inch step, 8-inch step. Put it together and it's 14 inches. You can use a chair, anything with a horizontal surface, just being certain that if there are arms on the chair to face it where the open end, where you would sit down, is facing you and not the side of the chair where you might hurt yourself. Okay. Next one, split jumps. Split jumps. Now she jumps in the air, I'm just putting a little hop on it. That's how I do the split jumps. Icebreakers. I've shown this in a different video, but I'll show it again. It's just a lot of fun. So the icebreakers. Now for those that don't want to put a lift on it, they can do this. Just bend the knees, put the weight in the heels. For those that do want to put a lift on it, come up onto those toes. I would say it's that simple, but for some people it's not always that simple. Okay. She calls this sit and slide. And she does a one-legged squat while bringing the slider out in a 45-degree angle like this. Right, so this is a side view. Weight in the heel. Like that. Low box jumps. Now I'm not going to use a step for this because I don't ever use a step when it comes to box jumps. It's just too much on my knees. So, the way that she does it is to step up, it's a hop up, and then there's a plie jack involved. And so I do this stepping up and stepping down, and then I do a plie jack. Or my version of a plie jack, which is stepping out into a squat and having the hands in a nice surrender position. Okay. That was it for lower body blast. We're on to the max. Jump straddle down. I don't jump on anything, but I will do this straddle knee lift. Step straddle knee lift. This is what I will do. Now if I can put a little lift on it, if I'm feeling energetic, that's fine. Rock up. Okay. Straddle taps. These can be a little bit tricky if you're not quite sure how to do them. So I'll do a slow version to show you. So it's imagining you're straddling a step and you tap the center of that step. This is a slow version. And this is a slightly faster version. So I'll show you from the side. Like that. I don't do the whole jumping straddle. I used to do it, then my knees couldn't handle it. And I was like, nope, sorry, I can't do that. Okay. Fast rear lunges with light weight. Kathy does them on a step. You can do them on the step. But since this is a modification type video, we're going to stay with that whole philosophy. And I'm not going to use a step. I'm going to mimic having light weights in my hands and doing rear lunges. So you're basically doing a little mini squat and tap behind while you're doing this. That's what you do. Power turning squats. Now I think she turns 180 degrees when she does it. If not, then she does a 90-degree turn. Either way is fine. I always do a 90-degree turn. So these power turning squats, I do them like this. I always have my hands on my quads to protect my low back, to make sure it doesn't get aggravated. It's not bothered. Make sure it stays quiet. Okay. Band jack and plie jack with loop. Okay. So, band jack. So you have a loop around your ankles. And then a plie jack. So, regular jack, plie jack, now if you can't go that fast, go slower. So the regular jack's fine. The plie jack, you're good to go. Plyo Box Jumps. Now I do this on the floor. I do this floor-based. I make this wide V and then I step back in. Now I have a slight bend in my knees when I do this, and I keep my weight in my heels. But that's what I do. If your knees will not permit you to put even a slight bend in them, then do this V step. But you want to keep the heart rate up, so try to put a little more emphasis into the speed. Line taps. I hate doing line taps, almost as much as I hate doing football runs. You heard it here first. I will do it to demonstrate to you people, because I love my cathletes, and I love all the people that exercise, but I don't like it. Okay, so line taps. if you need to slow it down, this is how you slow it down. And a lot of times that's what I actually do. I'm like, I don't like it, so I'll slow it down. Not to prolong it, but it's like, I just don't have it in me that day to do the aggressive line tap. So I'll do my modification of what she's doing. It still seems to take an hour and a half to get a 30-second segment done. Oh, straddle jump step. Okay. You imagine that there's a long step in front of you and you're straddling it. So, the way they do this on the video is that they jump forward into this squat and then they jump back. And so, they do this, but they do a jump. And so, I do this wide thing here, where I'm in this squat and I step forward and then I step back. But I try to take as long of a stride as I can. And I am up just long enough to get that stride going, and then I come back down. Up, down, up, down. That's what I do. Okay. 3 rope climb, 1 elbow strike. 1 sip of water. 3 rope climb, 1 elbow strike. 3 rope climb, 1 elbow. 3 rope climb, 1 elbow. And so when I'm doing that, weight is in the heels when I'm going down. And I don't have this super long, exaggerated arm flailing thing. Nothing wrong with it. I don't always have that energy. And so doing this mimics the arm motion that I need to do, but without skyrocketing my heart rate and making me feel like that I'm so out of shape that I just need to go sit down and watch like the Golden Girls or something on television. Like, really? And so, and that elbow strike, I turn the opposite leg, the one I'm going to be pivoting towards. I keep the weight in the front heel, which now is the front heel. And I strike down, but I don't do this massive strike down blow that she does. Just enough so that my knee says, okay, we've hit our limit. When the knee hits the limit in the front, you go back to those rope climbs and elbow strikes. You do what you need to do on the range of motion. Listen to your body. I'm just showing you what I do as a modification. 3 exercises to go. 3. First one. Wide box jump onto step and plyo jack. So, looks very similar to one that I showed you earlier, but I think that one was a step up, step down, and then plyo jack. This one is wide plyo and then plyo jack out to the side. I'll show it to you at this angle because you can see it from this angle. I'll show it to you from this angle, but sometimes it's a lot easier to see it from a side view so that you can understand the forward-backward motion involved. So, and I have a bent knee to do it. And I'm going to switch leads on this one because that's what I typically do in a lot of the videos when I'm not sure which lead she's starting with or if she's going to stay on one lead. Now I'll show you the front view. And if you can't bend your knees that much on this, then just do a walking V, but try to do it with a little more aggression, a little more speed. And then doing the modified plyo jacks, which is like a wide sumo type squat almost with a nice surrender on the arms. Okay. Hopscotch, jumping wide. I'll show it to you from a side view and also from a front view. Moving the step out of the way. I won't need to step on this one. Won't need the tower on this one. And I don't think I'll need the tower on the last one. Okay. So it's hop, hop, together, and then you hop, hop, and then together. And I know I'm almost off the edge of the screen here, so let me try to go all the way to the end. So out, out, in, out, out, in. Now let me show you the front view. Hello. So step wide with one foot, wide with the other foot, but going diagonal. Step in the center, tap toe, wide, wide, center. Like that. That's how I do it. So it's like this. It's wide, wide, center, wide, wide, center. Because it mimics doing the hopscotch, and then doing a center. I have tried doing it like this, but it feels too much like football runs. Sometimes I do it that way when I'm feeling energetic. But most of the time I don't feel that energetic. I'm just trying to gather some energy so that I can take it off to work and then massage people. Sometimes it works, other times it doesn't. But that's what I do when I have the energy. I do the multi-hop in and then the multi-hop and then going in. And then I go back and do it the other way. Squat with abduction into an overhead press. Now it shows it being done on the step, but I'm going to show it being done on the floor. And I've shown this on other videos. Squat, abduction. Like this. If you're having difficulty with the balance, stay with the floor version. And you don't have to lift your leg out as high. Like that. Now if you want to do the step version, but you can't do the height Kathy does, this is a 6-inch step. And so you would do this. Like that. And that's how you would do it. Okay. All right. That is all the modifications that I have written down at this time. Now, it doesn't mean that there won't be more modifications. It just means that I won't be recording any today. And I mentioned on another video that I will be showing modifications for abdominal workouts, abdominal exercises. I just haven't made the list to do that. So it may take a week or two for me to get that list, and then a few days or whatnot to make the recordings. And then once that happens, I'll be able to post it, upload it onto YouTube so that you guys can enjoy that. But yeah, I haven't done the abdominal focused modification exercises. I haven't shown those because it's not that I don't like to do abdominal exercises. I don't mind doing them. I just don't want. I don't like it when you have, there's ab day and you do only exercises that focus on the abs. Well, when you do your everyday activity, you should always use your abdominals. So I like to do exercises that focus on the abdominals and, say, doing a lunge where it focuses on the coordination of the full body as opposed to just focusing on the abs. I understand that, yeah, focusing on the abs and tweaking this here and tweaking that there will give you a nice little cut. Great. I'm just not one of the people that are looking for that cut. And so I guess that's why I feel that way about doing strictly abdominal work. And so that's why I saved it for the end. Not the end of what I'm going to be doing, but the end on me doing the modifications for the Kathy line. And so I've shown modifications for just about every video that I can possibly think of that needs a modification. If you know of other videos that need modifications in the Kathy line, let me know. I'm happy to make additional videos and put those exercises in there. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, I'm not worried about it. If you want to subscribe, great. And I'll see you on the next video, hopefully. Bye!